Hey, Nikki, how are you?
Hi, Gigi. How's everything going?
Great, can't complain.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Can't. We're here. We're
alive
we're alive.
because
So
there's a lot going on in the world today.
there's so much
know?
going on in the world
So
today.
I want to start off this podcast with saying prayers to DR, the people there, with the collapse that happened with the roof in one of the nightclubs in Santo Domingo, which is very sad.
That is very sad.
I actually,
Very, very sad.
yeah, I actually have one of my aunts that they can't find her. So prayers to everyone, to the family. I'm hoping that God gives them the strength
To pull through.
to pull through and to deal with everything
That's
that they
going
need to
on.
deal with. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm super excited in a way, right?
Why are you excited? Tell me.
Because-
Talk to me.
Well, I should actually move this microphone to
Yeah, because you
pretend.
feel like you're
Yeah, no,
talking
to pretend that I'm like, oh, it's actually recording my voice.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Yeah, these contraptions are kind of elaborate, but yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I discovered, not that I was doubting that people were listening to our podcast, right? But it's exciting to hear what people have to say about the podcast.
It's exciting to get the confirmation.
Yeah, it's
That
exciting.
it's actually getting to someone's ears.
And it's working. And
Yeah,
it's
cheers,
working.
by the way.
Oh, cheers, yes.
Yes.
Cheers. How come you have the small glass? And I have
Oh, I did. I couldn't find two of the same size. It's okay.
Oh, this is good. Anyways, so I'm happy. My heart feels fulfilled, knowing that there are people out there that are literally listening to our podcast and that it makes a difference, right? Because some people, when I talk about the type of podcast that we do and what we're talking about, it's like, oh my,
Yeah.
and sometimes I get that
I
feedback.
get
back.
taken aback. Sometimes people are just not prepared to hear about those subjects,
And that's okay too.
those topics.
This podcast is not for them.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. We said this from the beginning.
I know that.
This
I know.
might not be everyone's taste, right?
I know, but it made me feel so joyful and so happy to hear that someone was listening to our podcast and was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
I
get you.
I get you," or "I need to work on myself," or "I'm trying to experience these things with my husband,"
Right.
or me and my husband were having a conversation. So I'll tell you how this whole story happened here, okay?
Right.
So
give me the lowdown.
Yes. So a few weeks ago, I went to Orlando with the family,
Mhm.
and we went to Disney. That's when I saw you at
Yeah,
Animal
we saw each other. We were
Yes,
there.
yes, we were there. Not
We were
together,
there.
but we were
Not
there.
together, but we were there.
And the day that we're heading back, I meet this other couple with two kids, and me and the woman, we connected instantly.
This is in the park.
This was in the resort where we were staying, so
Oh,
it's the
okay.
day that we're literally checking out.
Oh wow.
So this is in my way. Let's
Uh-huh.
take this out of the way. So we hit it off. The girls started playing together, and
Just
Nikki,
yeah,
help me here.
There, you're good. You're good.
Okay. I had a microphone right in front
Stuck
of my
in your face.
Yeah,
We are recording, by the way, but this video I don't think is ready to be put out there.
You
We're
know,
gonna use it as a blooper,
maybe
video maybe, but not full because we're not prepared for it.
No.
We do not look cute.
No.
So
My hair's a mess.
yes, this is kind of like a trial run, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll put it out there just like for blooper purposes, but not the full thing. Go.
Not the full thing. Yeah. So
Checking out.
anyway, so resort, we're checking out. We decided that day Penny has been like, I want to go to the pool. And I'm like, okay, fine, we'll have a pool day and then we head home, right? So as we're doing our pool day, I meet this great family, the mother of the girl that Penny's playing with, and her and I, we hit it off. Like, we just started talking and we just instantly clicked. Like, it was just meant to be.
What's her age? Do you know? I'm
Everyone-
curious.
Everyone is older than I am. They have kids.
Yeah.
So she's in her mid-40s, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which is not bad.
No,
But
not
she
at all.
has but her daughter's the same age as Penny.
Okay.
So that's what's most important here.
Right.
So anyway, so we connected, then we chit chat, we text each other periodically, like, hey, happy Monday, how are you doing? And then she starts listening to the podcast because of course I shared it with her. And every single day she's learning something new about me. So that's the most exciting part about it. Because
Right.
I asked her, well, what episode are you listening to?
Right.
Because when she tells me an episode, I'm like, oh, she's gonna find out today that I'm either bisexual, or she's gonna find out today that I like women, or that I had this with
Encounter
so-and-so,
this.
my encounters,
Right.
or my party days, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quite interesting, and I kind of liked it. But what I liked the most was that she literally shared with me so many personal things. Like it helped her open up to discuss these things with me, and knew that I came with no judgment.
Right.
That whatever you tell me,
she wasn't gonna be afraid to
Correct.
to speak.
to just say and to speak.
What she felt and what she was curious about, and
Yes. I mean, I'm hoping that she's curious about more, but needless to say, I think that she had a conversation with her husband, and they were talking about certain things, maybe of exploration, and they were questioning each other. So it opened up the communication between them, as they were showering. And she was telling me all of this, and I'm like, this is right. This is great. Like, this is exactly what I want to hear about this,
Right.
Like, I want people to, that when they listen to us, they either get turned on, right?
Right.
Or they're like, oh shit, I need to try this.
I need to try this, or at least I need to bring it up to my partner.
Correct.
We need to talk about it.
Correct.
Is this an option? Is it not an option? Is it an uncomfortable topic? Is it something we can
Or just
explore? Is it?
What do you think about this?
Yeah. What do you think about this?
Because even
It's always like I'm afraid. Like people hesitate to tap into Pandora's box because they're afraid of the consequence or afraid of what the answer is going to. Did something fall in your eye, dear?
My eye's burning me.
Eyelash, maybe?
No, I think it's the eyeliner.
Mm.
I bought this eyeliner in Sephora, and I've noticed like this is the 5th time I put it on, and every time I wear it, it just burns my eye for some reason.
Oh man, something.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
We'll survive.
Yeah,
I have one.
we will. I will survive.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
What is this new friend's name?
I'm not sharing.
Okay, we're not sharing names.
Yes,
Okay.
I can't share the name right
Okay,
now.
where is she from? Florida?
Yeah, no, she
Okay,
lives in Dania Beach, or
okay.
Dania. I think it's Dania. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
they're close by. So that's
An hour
great.
away.
Yeah.
Or take.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
No, not even. 40 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm thinking that's kind of like where the Fort Lauderdale Air Show is, more or less.
Okay.
Sunrise, a little bit further.
Not
up.
even Sunrise. No.
Yeah.
So they live there, and she's coming over for Easter, for the pre-Easter that I'm hosting for Penny in the House.
Mhm.
So I'm super excited, and I'm super excited to explore this conversation with her,
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh my God, like I want to know everything. I want to know if you've tried something. I want to know what you're curious about.
I cannot.
You
That's
know what I
awesome.
mean? Yeah.
Trying to figure things out.
I do. I just,
That's
and I
good,
love it.
that's
So
good.
I wanted to share this with you because I thought that you would find joy out of that
It
as
actually,
well.
yes, it fulfills my heart.
Yes.
It does, because I'm glad that we're reaching people. I'm glad that maybe we can make changes in people's lives,
Yes.
whether it be for the positive, just creating more comfort within couples, to either explore or even just talk about,
Mhm.
that's always good. Yeah, it's funny, right? Like, I feel like I can bounce off the walls.
Yeah,
I love it.
no, I can,
Yeah. Red room.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, you swing. So anyway, no, but yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome. Super exciting. I am thrilled to,
You're gonna meet her
evolve when?
soon, one day.
Okay,
Yeah, but soon.
I'm sure.
Because anything that I do at the house with adults,
Adults, correct. Yeah,
Yes.
Chi was asking me, she's like, are you going to Easter? I'm like, no, I don't have a child. No, this is for little kids.
you'll be miserable.
Yeah.
Please take me out.
Well, I mean, I would just be the bartender and drinking half the stuff.
You're
That's
more
fine.
than welcome to come.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
I-
kids. But there's too many kids.
Yeah. I love you.
I
I'll
don't
be
even-
there in.
Listen,
yeah,
no, it's
period.
great. I don't even want to be there.
Yeah. I know.
But you have to.
But yeah, I'm sad because I won't be here for Serge's birthday either because I'm in Greece.
So Serge's birthday. I think this is a great topic to talk about too. We can
Yeah.
pull this in here. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, the birthday party, because I need to plan a trip to New York City the beginning of July. I just got told a few days ago that there's a family reunion happening with my family, and it's over like 100 something people.
Oh, God.
So as I'm pricing the stuff out, the airfare is cheap,
Yeah,
but the Airbnb is what's costing me a lot of money.
yeah.
Anywhere between New York and
What part of New
Connecticut.
York do you stay at? Bronx or Brooklyn or what?
I don't
Queens?
stay in the Bronx.
Where are you staying, bro?
I don't know yet.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the
Where does your family live?
My family is anywhere between Connecticut and New York, but they're mostly in Queens, so we are Queens
Oh,
people.
Queens.
Yes,
Okay, all
yes.
right.
But I lived in Brooklyn for many years, so
Yeah,
that's where
that's
probably the
Brooklyn.
confusion is, but not the
Brooklyn's
Bronx.
nice.
Yes,
Okay.
it is, but not the Bronx.
All right.
Anyways,
So if you do Airbnb, where would you stay?
anywhere
In
between New
Brooklyn?
York and Connecticut. The
Okay.
goal would probably be to stay in Long Island since I have family there.
Oh, God, but that's
Um,
away from all of that. Okay.
Yes, but I cannot really stay in the city because most of the thing is we're still gonna have a car rental because we need to get to Connecticut.
Right.
You know, so anything that I would have to do in the city, I do know how to get around in the city in a car, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. So I don't know if I still have the date set. I don't know if it's gonna really happen,
Right.
only because of that trip. So,
Oh, wow.
You know.
Okay. Well, if it's.
so I'm very sad and happy in a way, like
I know.
it's like,
Torn-
wow,
a torn feeling.
Yeah, it's like I have the family reunion, and then now I was planning Sergio's birthday. But I'll be honest with you, I was freaking planning Sergio's birthday because I'm trying to plan that shit for myself.
I know.
Like,
He
I'm
was
like-
asking for it. Yeah.
Yeah, not like he was asking for
100%. I
this.
know. I know.
Like even the theme and everything. Do I think that he'll enjoy the theme? 100%. Like
Yeah.
it was just gonna be different, adult. And not that anything was gonna happen, but if it did, by all means, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was just it's the theme. So I always told people just think about it as a Halloween party in July, except that this is what you're dressing up as.
Right.
That's it, you know?
Yes, very little clothes, please. Anyway,
Yes,
so
yes.
I obviously, was very heartbroken that I couldn't make it. So if it's like a do-over at another time, that'll be
Maybe.
great for me.
Maybe we can do a do-over.
Yeah, we could do like how old is he turning this
Fuck it,
year?
maybe I should just do it for my birthday. How about that?
Fuck it. You're in August.
I'm in August.
Yeah,
yes.
and he's July. He's July what? How old is he
19.
turning?
52.
52.
Mhm.
Okay, so we could just do it kind of call it like 52 and a half or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Or fuck it for you. You're
Maybe.
turning 39.
I'm turning 39.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're still a baby.
I know. I don't look 39.
No.
No. To be 39.
You don't look 39.
So that's.
But anyways, so how are little monkey and big monkey? Good? Babies?
They're
Good?
great. They're
They might
great.
be
Yes,
blessed.
they're
Okay.
great. I can't complain.
Good.
It's nice to have a little break to just be able to record outside of the house, which I like.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I brought wine.
Yes.
It's like celebration time.
Yeah.
So it feels good, but they're great. Everyone is doing well. You know?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. When you have a newborn, no one understands that except the mother. No one.
Yeah.
No one understands the feeling but I am very proud of you, Gigi, if I haven't
Why?
said it before, because I'm just proud of you. I'm proud of, how you've evolved as a mom. You have. I've seen you grow from having Penny to now. And
Yeah, very different.
you're very different. You're
Yeah.
just your attitude, your mood, your interaction with people. I think either you hide it very well or your patience has developed. I think
So I don't hide anything.
no,
so-
not hiding it because you want. I'm saying like you don't act how you feel.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, no, I want to clarify
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So when you're overwhelmed,
You're gonna know.
right.
Everybody,
Well,
the whole fucking world is gonna know I'm overwhelmed. That's the difference.
Because I know you enough
Mm-hmm.
where I can tell when your mood is there or not.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the only other person that probably knows you better is gonna be Nani, obviously.
Yes.
But I know.
Even by you saying that, just
Yep.
shows you that you know me very
Oh yeah,
well.
I know you very well. I know when you are just at your wit's end.
Yep.
Your body language, I know how to read it. It's amazing, but I do. I want I am
Oh, thank you.
proud of you.
I appreciate that because
Yeah.
it is very difficult, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And when I had Penny was a very, very not a difficult baby at all, like the easiest fucking baby. But I was just at my worst.
Yeah.
And then Charlotte is a very difficult baby, and what I mean is just a lot of
With the
stomach
reflux
problems,
and all that stuff.
reflux, the vomiting, and the fucking crying.
Yeah.
And now she's learned how to cry differently. And I'm like,
now she's yelling.
Now she's yelling at me. And I'm like,
because they
God.
go,
So, but I have more patience. I am different. I have matured differently, you know. Would I say I'm a better mom? Not necessarily, just a different kind of mom.
Different kind of mom.
But Penelope has taught me softness, unconditional love, right? And pure love. And fucking Charlotte teaches me strength. Like, and it's beautiful how they both combine together.
Right.
So with Charlotte, I've become fearless in a lot of the things that I do.
Right.
Yes. Because I
That's
just
awesome.
feel like now I have no other choice. Like I have no other choice but to, you know, try to record whenever, however I look, I don't care, right? Because I just want to get a message out. I have to go door knocking. I have to go work. Last week on a Friday, it was 8 o'clock at night, and I'm in Southwest Ranches putting door hangers on people's door for real estate with my one of my team members. You know, so I have changed. It has changed. I'm a different kind of mother. I'm a different kind of partner. I'm no longer afraid of a lot of stuff. You know, I am. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
You know,
You're respecting your needs a little more.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah, like
Because at the end of the day, we always suppress that as a mother.
Yeah.
You know, and though like me, I had William at 35, which is kind of like right around when you had Penny, right? You had Penny 34.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had Willie 35, and the way that I was, the type of mom that I was at 35 was completely different than what I was with the twins at 25.
No, you were crazy when you had the twins.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It was a lot.
You're surviving. You're surviving.
You're surviving. And I was so overwhelmed that I didn't, back then, I don't think I even knew what I needed or what I wanted. I was so blurred all the time with exhaustion and stress. And I mean, well, we've tapped into it a couple times at the beginning of our podcast, but I'm sure I went through depression, and I was sad, and I felt lonely all the time. But I am, you know, such a optimistic person, and always happy go lucky, and, you know, positive, that I
Wait, all the lights are off in
yes,
this place
because
right
they're
now.
all timers
That is hilarious.
outside. Yeah, so if no one's
like we're
working
setting
out
the
there,
mood.
I know. All we
Nothing's
need,
happening.
all we need is like the earned it song to come on the weekend
Right?
for 50 Shades of Grey.
I love it.
I know that song. But yeah,
You're surviving. You're surviving.
Yeah, surviving.
And like at least for me now, it is. I am a different person. Like I mentioned before, I'm a different kind of mother. Right now, I'm living. It's like fuck it. Like I'll give you a great example, and I still put it out there because, you know, I'm not ashamed of our podcast. I'm not embarrassed about the things that we talk about. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. My experiences make me who I am.
Right.
And it doesn't define who I am, right? It doesn't define if I'm a good person, my integrity. It doesn't define if you can trust me, if I'm a caring and loving individual, right? Because if you were to see me, you would never think that I like the things that I like, right?
Right.
You would never think that I am as vocal or as expressive as I am.
Correct.
Right? Because
Correct.
I hold myself differently. I'm very professional. You know, I'm a mother, so that comes first, right? That
Right.
takes priority over anything.
Right.
And work, right? It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh hey, you guys want to see my wuha, you know, or hey, you want to hear my podcast and I'm talking about my JJ, or that I'm talking about my sex life. So
Yeah,
a
professionalism first, and
Yes.
obviously respect of respect of self
and others.
and others. Yes. But that doesn't take away from the fact that you are who you
Human.
are, and you are human,
I'm
and we are voicing our likes, our dislikes, our interests, our disinterests, and our experiences. And you are absolutely correct. The things we've done make us who we are. You know, people that know me well will always hear me say, you know, I don't regret what I do. I regret what I don't do.
Correct, absolutely.
So, you know, have there been things that I think I should have made different choices? Absolutely. Do I regret that I did them? No, because I think that making those mistakes or those bad choices have made me a better person.
Of course.
And stronger and
You
wiser
have
and everything else.
experience. You have experience. You know?
Correct.
So the point that I'm trying to make with this is that for me not being feeling shameful of my podcast or whatever was because, my partner just a few months ago was like, I would rather you not say my name in the podcast or mention the girls' names or whatever. And I'm like, but why? Like, what difference does it make? Like, to me, it makes no difference because I openly talk about it. It's not like this podcast is about our kids or our husbands. It's about us and our experiences.
Right.
And they just happen to take a part
Of our life.
of our lives.
Right.
So I was like, I disagree with you,
Yeah.
and I stood up for this podcast and I stood up for this voice of mine, and I stood up for me sharing my experiences. And I said, how can you expect me to be real and raw, right? And not be able to express myself fully or not be able to say names? Anybody who knows that I do this podcast and knows that I'm with you, guess what? They fucking know your name. They know my kids, right?
Of course.
Those that don't know, who cares?
Exactly.
Who
They
cares?
could care less.
Who cares?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I find it that people find a way to try to censor
Right.
whatever we're talking about. It's like,
Right.
I don't think you should really, because you don't know who's listening to it. Okay, well, you know what?
Then don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it,
Right.
Or
Or if when they start listening, if they're 2, 3, 4 minutes in, 5 minutes in, they know
it's
what
not
it's
their
gonna.
thing, that's
It's
it.
not their thing. Then just turn it off.
That's it.
Exactly.
And not only that, it's just like for me, I'm like, dude, you go to restaurants or we go out and we meet new people, and you have no shame in sharing my vajayjay pictures as I'm giving birth because you don't find a problem with that because that's something that you're connected to, right?
And it's natural for you.
And it's natural for you, but some people might feel uncomfortable with that, right?
Absolutely.
I may feel uncomfortable, which I don't, but
Right.
you just never know.
Right.
So I was like, no, it's just not happening. This is our
It's-
podcast.
yeah. It's
I'm talking
part of
about
our
it,
life now.
and whoever doesn't want to listen to it
can turn it off.
can turn it off.
Absolutely.
And if you come with judgment, it's okay. I won't judge you, but it is what it is.
Yeah. It
You
is
know.
a free country.
Yeah.
And if you don't like something, then again, you have the choice to turn it off and not
Yeah.
listen to us ever again.
Exactly.
So I do.
Fuck 'em. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Well, I
In
mean,
the nicest part.
in the nicest
Okay,
way.
peg them.
And, in our language, yeah. So yeah, so last week we were talking about, we're kind of jumping around, but last week we were talking about the strip joints and right? We were talking
So the
strip
week
joints?
before I did the podcast with the other one that I yet have not posted.
Yes, the spa date.
Yes.
Yeah, that was before.
Guys, that's gonna come too. It's just that I need to.
We're trying to censor it a
I
little
need to
bit.
censor it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
so
need
you
to
that
figure
that's
out-
TBD, guys, to be determined,
to be determined
to
when
be
I'm
coming
gonna-
up,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
announced,
I don't
TBD.
know, but that one is a good one though. Oh my god, Nikki, the shit that we talked about. I'm gonna share it now. I don't care.
What was it? Obviously, you're not gonna say names. So what did you talk about?
Everything.
Yeah.
Golden showers.
Oh wow.
Experiences with sex clubs.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's experience. One of them was like, I love to have pee on me.
Oh God.
And I'm just here sipping. I was being served gin with something, right? And I fell in love with gin, by the way.
I love gin.
Okay?
Yeah.
I've never loved gin.
You know that's my drink.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking I love it.
Yeah.
So, golden showers, and then experiences in sex clubs. One doesn't masturbate. It was, and then we were talking about self-exploration. Like, why don't you? Like, are you lazy? Do you not like to use your hands? Because sometimes your hands get tired.
Yeah.
No, she says she doesn't find any fulfillment. She prefers a guy. And it's been almost 2 years since she hasn't had sex. I'm like, holy fuck.
Wow. Oh wow.
Then another one trying threesomes and going to a sex club just to watch. And then another one was like ripping our heads off for everything that we do because she was like, well, don't you guys find excitement just with your partner, doing things with your partners privately? And we're like, yes and no. It's a whole different ball.
Right.
It's like taking ecstasy, which I've never had, but I've heard,
Mm.
I've heard
That
that
takes everything to another level.
that it takes everything to a different level. It's
Right.
not that you don't like your life, just the way it is. It's
You just want to
that
experience that.
it's felt differently when you're on something
Everything feels
else,
different, right.
So the topics were great, and I love the fact that the ladies really shared with me and
They opened up.
and and just explored. I met someone that we ended up going to the same sex clubs together and just didn't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
So that was
crazy.
quite interesting. And it's just the conversations were nice. And one of them mentioned, she says, there's positivities with these kind of topics because it builds community. No matter what the subject is, it's still a support system
Right.
amongst other females because here we have complete everybody. I'm a stranger to all of those ladies there, right? But they felt comfortable enough to talk to me and to share
About those topics.
their topics, their fantasies, whatever they're going through, what they've experienced, what they don't like, to a complete stranger,
Right.
right?
But
And-
sometimes it's better to
yeah,
talk to a complete
but that's what I'm
stranger.
saying. It's still it's community,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So when I was at the salon getting my nails done, it just dawned on me. I was like, I need to book a nail appointment, and our nail tech was so open to it, except that our topic cannot be sex.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So I was like, I'm fine with that. We can talk
I saw them
about.
today, by the way.
Yeah,
And I told them we're gonna plan it, we're
Yeah,
gonna do it, and
yeah,
we will
yeah.
just
Yeah.
be very.
I love her.
We'll have. I know. We will have our bullet points as to what we can touch and what we can't touch.
Correct.
Because at the
And
end
I
of the
told
day,
them, listen, if you want to pick a subject, and I'll roll with it. Except that, yes, you reminded me it has to be in Spanish.
it has to be
It's
in
okay
Spanish.
because I did the other one of the spy in Spanish, girl. You
Oh,
would have been
okay.
so proud of me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I would just throw English words because I'm like, okay, this is what you mean,
Yeah.
But it was
So we
fine.
have to do Spanish. That's one, and then of course, we talked about that today, saying
Yeah.
obviously we were gonna keep the names out. I
Yeah.
briefly told them about what the experience you had, and that the ladies obviously don't want their names said or whatever.
Well,
which is completely
we could
understandable.
keep their name if they're up to it. If it's not a private thing, like
Or we could do like when they do forensic files or all these things, they always say, for the purposes of this show, we are speaking with Jane and Jim. We can do that. People do that all the time.
I can't remember fucking other names.
Girl.
I call people Sweetie Pie all the time because I don't remember.
Okay, so
people's
then we
names.
can call them,
Sweetie Pie.
Yeah, Sweetie
I
Pie.
don't even know the name of the lady who does my pedicure, so it doesn't
Okay,
even matter.
well, that's fine. There you go.
Right,
You just
right.
call them, like I said, Jill and Jane or whatever.
Yeah.
But the obviously not mentioning the business, they're beautiful.
She did them round. She convinced me to do them
I
round.
love round.
Yeah.
That's in style. Look.
No,
How
I
beautiful.
know. No, they look so cute.
I know. I was like, okay, we need
That's
Easter
good.
themed, but not too Eastery. I don't want bunnies.
Yeah.
No fucking rabbits on my nails. But anyways, I was like, okay, we'll just keep the name of the business out.
Yeah.
Because obviously that would help them, because that would bring business. But I don't know, obviously that would,
If the
people would
subject
put two and two
will-
together.
Correct.
So as long as the subject is, they're okay with it and
Yeah.
they approve of it, then we
So
can
we
make
can
the
just
business.
talk about, just getting our nails done or whatever, and we can
Correct.
just find a regular topic that we talk about.
Correct.
That
That
general
they
topic.
feel comfortable with.
Yeah,
But
but
I told them it's all about women empowerment and this and that, and it's about being open and being positive and,
Correct.
and talking about the fact that
So,
we can
wait,
rule
hold
the
on.
fucking world.
So funny subject.
Yes.
We were talking, right? And I saw a video of Carol G. And I'm like, hey, is this song about her being with another woman as well? Because there's another song that's all about her being into women. And then she starts talking to me about this, and it's quite interesting because it's opposed to that.
Right.
It's completely opposed. She was like, well, you see it normal now, like you see it everywhere. She said, but
Well, they're very old fashioned. These people that come from Cuba in that age group, they're very old
how
fashioned.
dare you be? You're so young.
You're so young. And then the fun thing is that my husband's cousin that still lives in Cuba.
Yeah. Okay.
She,
I went down the line. I'm trying to say, wait, did I meet this person? But no, never mind.
no, she lives in Cuba.
Yeah.
And when I went there for the first time, how long have we been on?
28, but it's
Okay.
okay.
When I went there for the first time, she hit on me. We were at a club, and of course,
Honey?
yeah, she hit on me, and of course,
Italy.
I told Bebe, and of course, he was not okay with it, but he expected it because she's bisexual, which of course, I'm perfectly comfortable with. I have no problem with that, and I know how to, stop. Obviously, she's family. That's something that would, but he was just kind of like taken aback with the fact that I was okay with her hitting on me.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was insulted, obviously, because it's family,
Of
so
course,
there
of
should be
course.
boundaries when
Yeah.
it comes to family. But of course, whatever. Long story short, when I went to Cuba, she was there, and then we went to a club, and of course, after she had 2 drinks, she's thin, so she had like 2-3 drinks. That's it. That's all it took,
Yeah.
But anyway, to the point, the fact that she is the same age as the girls,
Oh my God.
the same age. So of course, it's
Yeah.
something very common that they see over there. and they've only been here, one has only been here 2 years.
Yes, correct.
Going on 2.
Correct.
The other one's been here going on 3.
Yeah.
So they,
Kudos to the, you know what? That's a great subject.
yeah,
It's not the sexual subject. It's the empowerment of women that come from a different country and make it work here. Be a single mom,
Be a
a
single
single
mom.
parent.
yeah,
Open up your own fucking business
Yeah.
and tell everybody, F you, I don't need you, and I'm doing this my way.
my stuff, yeah.
Or taking somebody that was doing a business from home and then opening up her own place.
That's what she did.
Yeah. So I think that will be a great subject to talk about
Yeah,
of
yeah.
empowerment.
Absolutely,
How
absolutely.
we can do it.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's good because we have both sides there, because one is married and has her husband in her life with the little boy, and the other one is the single mom. So
yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
that's a good topic, actually.
Which I think the father is still involved though. in those-
Yes, he is very. She adores.
Yes.
They have a very good relationship.
Yeah.
But it's just not a good partner. Good father,
Yeah.
excellent father, but not a good partner. So yeah, I think that's a great topic with them. It would be a great
Yeah.
topic.
So I think that we can definitely set that up.
Yeah.
But there's just no buts. It's just more. I'm happy that we're doing this, and
Yeah.
I think that after we've been doing this for how long? 2 years now.
Gonna be 2 years.
It's gonna be 2 years. Okay, so gonna be 2 years now.
October. I think
Yeah,
October's our
October.
anniversary.
Yeah. Doing this for 2 years already, and knowing that people do listen to us, right? And knowing that it may make a difference in other people's lives,
Mhm,
or it may spark something in their heart or in their mind.
mhm.
I think it's a beautiful thing because I won't lie to you. My last therapy session that I went to, I said I have a hard time when I do my 5 a.m. prayer club because I get up every morning at 4:30 and I pray for 5 o'clock in the morning with a whole group of people on Zoom. And obviously, it's far from what we speak about here.
Right.
And when
Polar opposite.
Yes. And when I spoke to my therapist about this, I said, I feel like I have this angel and this devil, like good
Mhm.
person, bad person. And when I'm here,
Never bad.
it's
just
never bad.
Different.
It's
different.
Just, it's different.
Yeah.
And that's what she made me realize. She says, are you hurting anybody by the subjects that you're talking about? I said, no, absolutely not. She says, okay. So what makes you think that not everybody who prays, who goes to church, who lives a holy life,
Life.
let's put that in quotation marks here, that they're not doing all of these things.
Right.
She says you're being unrealistic with yourself to think
That
that
they're not.
everybody who's going to a congregation is not fighting a battle, is not experiencing the things that you're probably talking about,
Right. Right.
and they just decide to come to church because they still need that relationship with God.
Right.
And she reminded me that no matter what we do in life, that we still need that relationship with God. So in this podcast, I'm really going to tell people, if you're listening, and specifically other people that are listening to me that I know that they're listening to us, is that continue listening to us, continue listening to our experiences, and if at any given moment, you guys need to reach out, need to talk to us, want to validate whatever we're saying, or want to at least just say thank you, hey, for validating our feelings, our thoughts,
Yep.
our experiences, and making us feel some sort of normal,
Right.
right?
Right.
Then I think that we've done our job, right? And I would love for these people to share their stories with us. But I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait for my new friend to, share with me if she's done anything with her husband after she's heard our podcast.
Mhm.
Can you imagine somebody listening to our podcast and fucking masturbating or having sex? Nick?
That would be epic. That would be epic.
I would die.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I mean, in a great way.
In a great way, yeah, in a positive way.
In a
Yeah,
positive
absolutely.
way.
That would be great.
Imagine.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. That would be
Like,
awesome.
I would really love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like to someone say, oh my God, I was listening to your voice and you guys were talking about this subject and it really got me
I was
turned on.
aroused. and-
Yeah.
What?
I think that's great.
That'll be awesome.
Like, heck, when I was talking about the strip club, I was like, I need to go find the stripper. Fucking Cuban bitch.
No, listen. I'm gonna. Whoever thinks that we are here just kind of like talking out of our ass from listening to us all this time, all these months, we have these conversations, and we would be lying. And tell me that I'm wrong, Gigi. We would be lying if we don't have moments where we get turned on, even just talking about it.
Yeah, hello.
All the time. Exactly. So
If
really,
you did,
if
then
you're human,
I'd not be concerned about it.
exactly. So we're human, and we're talking about these topics. Exacto, exacto. So we have our moments where we're talking about these topics, and we are sensitive to the situation, you know. Obviously,
Yeah.
we feel what we feel, you know. So as women, we are we are exotic animals. I think that we are blessed with the complexity of our bodies and our brain. Men, I think, are a lot quicker um, to get aroused. They get aroused with anything. I think for a woman, I think it's a little bit more.
It's a more mental thing.
Yeah, it's more mental.
So the fact that we're
It's a little
talking
bit
about
deeper.
certain things,
Yeah,
I think it's a beautiful thing.
yeah.
Because, and even Sergio, yes, I said your name, Sergio. So what? There you go. Sergio. Like he knows if someone captivates my mind, it's done. You know, like if you get in my head, and that's it, because that is the way to my heart, to my stomach, to my toes, to
Right.
my punani,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It is, I tell people, I love to get, and I use the terminology of mind fuck, right? And I don't mean that you're playing around with me. No, I
Right.
mean that you are mentally stimulating me. We are talking about a subject that arouses me, and it could also be outside of sex.
Right.
Like if you have a very intellectual subject with me, and we're talking about
Mhm.
a subject, and we're having this great conversation,
Yep.
I'm turned on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Of course.
You
Of
know,
course.
and
It just has to be at the
And
right
it
time,
just-
the right moment, the
correct.
right topic. Period.
correct. So,
Mhm.
you know, for us, it's very much a mental thing. So I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people out there that are listening to us, and they're like, "Oh, look at what she went to.
Okay.
I wonder who's who, and I wonder what voices is this or
Correct.
whatever, right?"
Correct. This is why I
So-
keep saying that our videos are important.
Yes, we will. We're gonna get to the
Yeah,
video.
we're gonna get to
I'm
it.
getting so much better at this.
Yeah.
So little
Yeah.
by little.
Little by little.
But you need to come on board and help me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You just have to ask me for what I need to
I
do.
don't
I
fucking
just
know
remember.
because I have to do it as I go.
I know.
I don't know what I need. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I do want to do the pictures.
Okay.
I want to put pictures
Yes.
out there for you and I.
Like branding, like our own
Branding
little
pictures.
branding pictures.
Yes.
Okay. We got that. We got this.
I want to do that. And then one of the things that I was looking into was I don't want to spend the money on a recording studio. You know how you go into these places and they go and whatever. I still think that our recording, the way it sounds good
Yeah.
for us recording this at home. What do you
Mhm.
think?
I think it sounds fine.
Right?
At the
All
end
I
of the day,
need-
they can hear our voice.
Yes. All we need
Yeah.
is the webcam or the video to be able to
go with
just
it.
put it on YouTube and so people can
Well,
see us.
we are giving this trial, so we're gonna kind of like we're gonna blooper it, obviously, because we're not ready.
And don't judge us, because
We
look,
look
I didn't
cute.
even do my makeup, my
No,
hair,
we didn't do
nothing,
anything.
nothing.
We did.
I have my chichos out.
Yeah. This is great. You know, I have my feet, no shoes. I mean,
Yes.
this is.
At least you got a pedicure.
I did.
I mean, so do I.
I got a pedicure. Yes.
Cute.
My toesies are yellow.
Mm.
Chick
What happened
yellow.
to your toes here?
What's happened to it? What
I don't
happened
know.
to it?
Did you have a chip there or something?
Yeah, I both 3 or 4 of them broke,
Yeah,
but she had to like narrow it
I know,
down
I
and
see.
cut them and do all the
Yeah,
good.
I can
But my both toes are dented in the middle.
I
My
see.
fat toes.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
why.
happened?
I don't know.
So I'm noticing. No, you know what it is? Because my big toe, not the big one, the long one, the one that's next to the big toe, the nail is dented now a little bit, and I think it's the way that she presses down to file.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. But I do like the shape that she gives it, so I'm really not.
So we're gonna just shut up and let her.
I'm
Okay.
just,
I don't know. I don't know if it's the machine. I don't know what
probably
it
it
is.
could be. Are you
I-
doing gel on your toes or no?
No.
I did gel on my toes now.
No.
She
I can't.
convinced me for gel on my toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No joke for me.
Okay.
But that's fine. Just because, I don't want to do the whole lamp and the whole mission.
So what
But
did we
anyway,
talk about
okay.
today? So we talked about now your pedicure, your manicure.
We talked
Sergio
about
does not
everything.
want me to mention names on our podcast.
The therapist,
I have
the
a
spa,
friend
that the ladies don't want to thing, they
Yeah,
want
a little bit of
whatever.
everything.
We're happy that you're a wonderful mom. I'm proud of you. We talked about the impact we're making in your friend's life, the one that we met in Orlando. You met in Orlando.
Yes, I met in
And
Orlando.
we're curious
She's
to
cute
know
too, she's
how
cute.
she has applied herself.
Yes, I said you were cute.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, so that's that. What else? What else? We talked a little bit of everything. We talked about your therapist conversation and church and
So one of the things that I want to do moving forward is preparing our audience for what's coming up next topic. So I think that we need to start, even though we will roll with the punches as we come, like we're not going to like say, okay, well, this is, we should pick a subject and then talk about it.
Go from there, because today we were all over the place, but that's okay.
It's okay.
We do that every once in a while.
It's
It
okay.
happens. Okay, so what, we wanna talk about our next
I don't know,
subject?
something juicy,
Our topic, oh God, every time you see juicy.
something juicy, something like, like, ooh,
Ooh. I don't know.
Nikki.
Guys, what, I don't know,
They
what,
can't relate
what?
to us right now.
Juicy, I don't know. I'm thinking, you said juicy, and since the room got dark, and I'm thinking 50 Shades of Grey, I'm thinking 50 Shades of Grey, juicy, I'm thinking,
Like BDSM?
yes, I'm thinking,
I don't have experience in that, so I can't really.
neither
speak
do
on
I,
it.
but can we talk about
We
like
can talk about
our curiosities about it, and
Okay,
like the,
I like
like
it.
the Kegel balls,
Yes,
and-
and then the ball in the mouth. And
yes, the
they just like,
gagging
yeah,
thing,
I like
and
that.
yes.
And they put you on a leash and they walk you around like a little doggy.
Yeah,
And
all
you
of
have
that,
to eat
all of
food
that stuff, like
yes.
yay or nay or what.
I'm down for that. That's it.
Yes.
That's what it is.
BDSM.
Yep, BDSM.
All right.
Okay.
Do's, don'ts, wants, needs, XX.
I love it. It's gonna be great, guys.
Love you guys.
Okay,
See
bye.
ya.